I think we can all agree that 2024 was a pretty great year when it comes to movies and streaming shows. I mean, some great stuff that came out. And 2025 is shaping up to be a great year as well because this is all the stuff that's come out post strike. You know, the actor strike, the writer strike, all those things. I mean, we should have a ton of great stuff that comes out this year. Now, of course, this is all the stuff that I came up with, right? So there's going to be a ton of stuff that number one, I don't even know about because it hasn't been announced yet, or it's an independent film that will come out and just shock the world, or something will move, because studios like to move things around. So there's a chance that things could change. Now, just because I don't talk about a movie or a streaming show here doesn't mean that I'm not interested in it. It just could have been something that slipped my mind, or it could be something I don't even know about, or it could be something that you're interested in that I just didn't talk about. So I would love to hear from you. If there's something that you're interested in that I didn't talk about, let's talk about it in the comment section below. Now, let's just get started, okay? So there's going to be 4 sections here. There's going to be comic book movies, there's going to be sequels, there's going to be originals, and then when it comes to the series, it's everything that like I said, stuff I know about. So let's get started. Now, I wanted to start off with the comic book movies because it's something that not everybody's going to be interested in. So if you want to just skip through it, you can skip through it, and you can go on to the other sections. But let's talk about it, okay? It's the number one most anticipated movie of the year, according to a couple of polls that came out. The Superman trailer came out, and it looked amazing. It does come out July 11th, and I'm very excited about that. But then there's also the other comic book movies, which I got to be honest, some of them I'm a little bit more interested than others. But there's Captain America, Brave New World, and there's Thunderbolts that comes out May 2nd, and there's Fantastic Four First Steps. I'm interested to see all of these movies, and I hope they're all good. But I mean, look, it's one of those things where all of these are things that we knew were coming. Let's just see what they got. Now, look, sequels are one of those things where hey, people like the sequels, right? They like seeing the next chapter in whatever story that's coming out. This first movie is a movie it came out actually last year in other parts of the world, but it hasn't come out here yet, and I'm looking forward to it because Paddington and Paddington 2 are delightful movies. Okay, this is coming out February 14th here in the United States, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And if you, for some reason, haven't seen the first two, and you go, "Oh, that's just I don't care about a bear," doing. Trust me, these movies are amazing. Now, this is going to be a different director, but I'm still excited because, look, Paddington's awesome. Now, this next movie might not be one that everybody is going to be excited about, but I am because the first movie was really, really good. I really enjoyed it and didn't even know until very recently that they were going to make another one, and that is The Accountant 2. That comes out on April 25th, and everybody's coming back. Ben Affleck's coming back, John Bernthal, J.K. Simmons. This could be really, really cool. But, I mean, who knows? It might be terrible, but I really want to see it. So, April 25th can't come soon enough for me. I don't care what anyone says. I don't even care that the last movie didn't do well at the box office, but I love this series. That's right. We have Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning comes out on May 23rd. I'm very, very excited to see this. I love Dead Reckoning, even though it was Dead Reckoning Part 1, but now it's just The Final Reckoning. They took off the Part 1, Part 2. I guess that takes people off, and maybe that's why people didn't go see it. But I love Dead Reckoning. I thought it was great. In fact, the whole Mission Impossible, save Mission Impossible 2. I mean, say what you will. But man, I didn't, that one didn't work for me, okay? I love John Woo, but it just didn't work for Mission Impossible. But I'm really looking forward to this. Could it be the last one with Tom Cruise? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. Let's do it. Now, this next one is kind of I don't know, I guess it's kind of like a spinoff of the series, and that is Ballerina, coming out on June 6th. Ana de Armas is going to be playing this character. I don't know a whole lot about it. I don't think there's been any footage, and if there has, I haven't seen it. But look, I like the John Wick franchise. I thought the last one was the best of the series, And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do. And look, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Ana de Armas and No Time to Die was the best part of that whole movie. So I'm really kind of looking forward to seeing what this is going to be all about. Recently, we got the trailer for this next movie, and it was seriously, it's probably my favorite trailer of the last 10 years, 15 years. I don't know. It's one of my favorite trailers ever. It was so haunting, and I want to see it. It's 28 years later. So, of course, we had 28 days later, we had 28 weeks later. Now we have Danny Boyle coming back for this, and I'm super excited. June 20th is when this one's coming out. And of course, look at that cast. I mean, you got Jodie Comer, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Ray Fiennes. I'm so down for this. I'm really excited to see this one. Now, talk about a series with ups and downs. I don't think I even saw the last two movies in this series, but now we have Gareth Edwards coming in to direct, and I loved the creator. I love his style. Like I love the way that he shoots things, the way that he tells a story. I love it. Like I said, the creator was amazing. I thought Godzilla was great. I thought Rogue One was pretty great. So let's see what he can do with this series, Jurassic World Rebirth. Yeah, it comes out on July 2nd. We got Scarlett Johansson in it. We got Mahershala Ali in it. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what this is like. Can you get me back into the whole Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, whatever? I don't know, but I'm curious to find out. You know, a lot of people didn't like the second movie in this next series, but here's the thing. I thought that the world building was amazing. The score by Daft Punk was sublime, like seriously good. And now we have this. We have Tron Ares coming out on October 10th. And so here's the thing. It's kind of like, and then I get really excited. Okay, so you got Jared Leto in it, which, look, I'm not the biggest Jared Leto fan. But then they announced that the score was going to be by Nine Inch Nails, my favorite band ever. So not Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, Nine Inch Nails. So it's a different style that these guys do. I'm super excited to see what this movie is going to be about. Is it going to be good? I don't know, but like I said, I'm excited for more Nine Inch Nails music. So this next movie in this series is I don't have a whole lot of information about it except this image taken from the set of Dan Trachtenberg on the set of Predator: Badlands, which is supposed to come out on November 7th. Now, here's the funny thing. There's also another Predator movie that we don't know about, and it's a secret one that's filmed by Dan Trachtenberg that is supposed to come out before Predator: Badlands on November 7th. Now, what does this mean? Does this mean that it's coming out on like Hulu, like Prey did? Because Prey, I wish I'd seen that in the theater, because that movie was great. It really, really was good. Bought it on 4K. I'm very, very excited about where they take this franchise. So yeah, there's apparently two movies, not just one, in the Predator franchise this year. Now, I absolutely loved the first movie in this franchise, and I guess it is a franchise now, but I thought this was going to be a TV series or kind of an extension. But look, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how far they're going to go in this world, but I loved Zootopia 1. Zootopia 2 comes out on November 26th. Now, that first one, Jennifer Goodwin, was so charming, so amazing. Her man, I love that character. And of course, Jason Bateman. This single-handedly made me a fan of Jason Bateman. I was kind of like, he's okay. But man, this movie I love him. I thought he was great. And I cannot wait to see this one. This one's really, really exciting for me. Now, I know what people are going to say about this one. They're going to be like, oh, poor blue people, blah, blah, blah. Look, James Cameron is the freaking man. And December 19th, we're getting the next chapter in the Avatar series, Fire and Ash. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to be there day one. I'm going to be there with my 3D glasses on, and I'm going to watch this movie with all of my face because I'm very, very excited. We don't know anything about it really. Fire and Ash. We had the Way of Water. Now we have Fire and Ash. I'm curious. I'm curious what it's going to be, and I'm excited to see it. Now, this next one, I'm really looking forward to. The only problem is I don't have a date, and I don't even know if it's going to be coming out in the theater because Netflix apparently doesn't like money or something. But anyway, it is the third movie in the Knives Out franchise called Wake Up Dead Man. Now, the only thing that I know about this movie is the cast, and it's insane. You got Josh O'Connor, who was in Challengers. You got Glenn Close, Josh Brolin, Mila Kunis, Jeremy Renner, Kerry Washington, Andrew Scott, Kaylee Spaney, Daryl McCormick, and Thomas Hayden Church. This is going to be fun. And all three of these movies are great. So, or I guess I should say the first two. I really like them. So I'm curious to see what we're gonna get here. Yeah, let's I guess look forward to that whenever it comes out. Now this next section I called originals, but some of them are based on like existing stories and things like that. And some of them are remakes, I guess. So it's all I'm trying to say is it's not a direct sequel to anything. But first up, January 17th, we have Wolfman. Now, this is a Blumhouse production. So I'm excited just simply because of that. You got Julia Garner in it, who, I mean, look, if you haven't seen Ozark, man, what a great show. And she was great in it. And look, I don't know, even though this isn't really my thing, I'm still excited to see it coming out January 17th, only a couple of weeks away. Now, this next one, look, I haven't seen this on anybody's, I can't wait to see this list, but I gotta say, it was an interesting premise. The trailer got me interested, and I kind of want to see it, even though, look, I'm not a huge fan of Mark Wahlberg, but look, January 24th, we have Flight Risk, of course, telling the story of a guy being taken to some sort of FBI thing, and they've got to fly from this point to this point, and you know, Mark Wahlberg is apparently a hitman who is flying them, and it's crazy things happen. You can go see the trailer right now, and I gotta say, directed by Mel Gibson. I don't know. Is it going to be good? I don't know, but I think it looks kind of cool, so I might go see this one. Now, this next movie, I don't really know much about other than what I've heard someone say, right? Like somebody said that this was playing in some festivals late last year, and they said it was really, really good, and they're really excited to talk about it. Like once the movie comes out, it comes out January 31st, and it's called Companion. All I know about it is that, yeah, from the creators of Barbarian, and it stars Jack Quaid from The Boys, Dennis Quaid's son. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this is about, and yeah, maybe there's a trailer out there. I mean, there probably is a trailer, right? But look, I'm excited for it, and like I said, heard really good things about it so far. Osgood Perkins had quite a year last year with his movie Longlegs, which I still haven't seen, but yeah, he's got a new one coming out, and it's based on a Stephen King story. It's called The Monkey. It comes out February 21st. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about it except it's based on a Stephen King story, and I'm like, okay, I'm interested. I kind of want to see it, and yeah, maybe I should, seek out Longlegs. If memory serves, this movie was supposed to come out last year, but it's coming out this year on March 7th. It's Mickey 17, and that's Robert Pattinson in a Bong Joon-ho directed story. And it's about, man, all I got to say is watch the trailer. I know there's a lot of people that say, hey, you should just watch a movie. Don't watch the trailer. If you're interested at all in what I just said, go watch the trailer, and you'll either go, okay, that looks insane, or you'll go, I have to see this. This one is a must see for me. I cannot wait to see this movie. And yeah, it's Robert Pattinson, it's Bong Joon-ho. What else do you got to say? Now, this next movie, I saw the trailer for it. If you just told me the premise, I would have gone, eh. But I saw the trailer, and I got to say, it really, I'm really kind of excited about this one. And it's Novocaine. And this comes out on March 14th. Jack Quaid, of course. And it's kind of a story about a guy who, his girlfriend gets kidnapped, and he has to try to save her. And I guess the draw to this movie is that he can feel no pain, and it's just a fun premise, and it looks like it could be good. So I'm excited for it, and of course another Jack Quaid movie just 2 months after the other one. So yeah, I guess we're getting a lot of Jack Quaid this year. Ryan Coogler is quite the director. I love Black Panther. I loved Creed. I'm really excited when I heard the premise of this story. or just the trailer that I saw, I was like, man, I'm so down. Michael B. Jordan is playing twins in this movie called Sinners. Now, it looks like it's shot in like 1920s, 1930s. There's Tommy guns and things like that. But apparently there's vampires. I don't know a whole lot about it. All I know is it's Ryan Coogler, it's Michael B. Jordan. I want to see this movie. The second of the Stephen King adaptations is coming up here. I know nothing about this story. All I know is it's Tom Hiddleston, and I've heard that again on the festival circuit, this movie played and people loved it, and it was The Life of Chuck, and it comes out May 30th. People got me hyped. Everything that I've heard about this movie, it just got me hyped to see it because it's supposedly like really kind of genre bending, and it'll make your brain hurt a little bit. And I'm kind of like, Stephen King story, Tom Hiddleston, good reviews. I don't know what else to say, but all I know is I'm excited. I'm excited to see this one. Pixar's next movie. That's probably enough for most people. But I saw a bit of this somewhere. I don't remember where. I don't know if it was in one of those little, they do those little super trailers where there's like a lot of clips of movies. Maybe that's what it was. But it's Pixar. It's about aliens. It's called Elio. It comes out June 13th. And yeah, I want to see this movie. Like I said, I don't know much about it, but I know that this kid is like super into aliens and wants to be abducted or something like that. That's really all I know. And it's Pixar. Like, I'm down. I'm totally down. There's one sport that I really have never gotten into is racing, like in any of its forms. But this trailer came out, this teaser trailer came out last year and really got me excited because it just looks awesome. And that is F1, starring Brad Pitt. It's an Apple TV thing, so I'm sure that, there's going to be some people that say, oh, I'm just going to wait till it comes on Apple TV. I want to see this in the theater. It's directed by Joseph Kosinski, who did Oblivion. He did Tron Legacy, and of course Top Gun Maverick. And I love the way that this trailer looked, and I'm really excited to see this one. I think it'll be cool. Now, this next movie, I have a possible title, and I have the director and a few of the stars. And that is Paul Thomas Anderson directing Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, and Benicio del Toro in, supposedly, the name is The Battle of Bactan Cross. I don't know. It's a larger budget movie than Paul Thomas Anderson usually does, and it's going to be in IMAX. I really like Paul Thomas Anderson. So, the cast sounds great. I want to see this movie. I don't know what it is. I have no idea, but I want to see it. Now, this next movie, I heard a lot of pushback on this next movie, and I really don't understand why. I do understand why, but I'm curious. I'm curious what this is going to be. On November 7th, we're getting The Running Man. Now, this is going to star Glenn Powell, okay? Twisters, right? That guy, Top Gun Maverick. And then also, it's going to be directed by Edgar Wright. I love Edgar Wright. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, the Last Night in Soho. The guy's a great director, and I just really like his style. Talk about his style. It's really cool. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people say, I don't want to see this because the original Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's what I want to see. Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. They kind of took the idea from the original Stephen King story, and they went their own direction. This is supposed to be closer to the actual story that Stephen King wrote. Of course, Richard Bachman was his pseudonym. So yeah, I'm interested to see what this is going to be like. Because again, you've got a director I like, you got an actor I like, and it's based on a Stephen King story. So I'm down. And now we get into the series, streaming series, TV series, whatever you want to say. I'm really excited for some of these. First up, on January 17th, we have season 2 of Severance. Now, I don't know if you saw the first season of Severance. A lot of people will say, "Oh, I don't want to sign up for anything Apple, blah blah blah." This show's great. Like, I loved this show. I loved it so much. I binged it so fast that I'm really, really excited to see where they take this story. It's great. You should watch it if you haven't seen it. Now, this next one, look, I really enjoyed the first season. I thought the second season was a step down, but season 3 of Reacher comes out on February 20th, and I'm really excited to see where they take this story. I think Alan Richson is one of those people that just kind of came out of nowhere and just kind of blew everybody away. I'm excited to see what they bring us in this next season. Often delayed, and apparently they reshot the whole thing. I'm really excited to see what they do with Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil is one of my favorite Marvel characters, and I loved the Netflix series until they decided that they weren't gonna continue it. I just kind of quit watching it because it was like, then why am I wasting my time? But here's the thing: I'm really excited to see what they do with this. Look, Marvel shows have, some of them have been great, some of them have been pretty bad. Let's see what we get. I'm hoping for the best for this one. Now, this next one, look, it's this is going to get interesting. In April, we get season 2 of The Last of Us. Now, here's the thing. No, hashtag no spoilers on The Last of Us, okay, please. But the first season was great. I thought they did a great job with the first season. The second season is going to be interesting because I know the game, something happens in the game that was very controversial, and I'm really interested to see how they're going to do this, because apparently they're going to split the game story into 2 or more seasons. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. All I can say is I hope that everybody has a rock solid, social media team, because they're going to be dealing with some stuff on this one. Now, this next one is, look, it's the continuation of a story that I love, and it's shockingly loved. Like, I did not think that it was going to be a great show, and it ended up being maybe my favorite Star Wars since The Empire Strikes Back. That's right. Andor Season 2 is coming out April 22nd. I am super pumped for this. I loved the first season. I thought it was exactly what I wanted. One of the things that I've said about Andor many times is that if you take the Star Wars out of it, you still have a really, really compelling story. And I think Andor delivered. And I'm really curious to see how they're going to link up season 1 with the beginning of Rogue One, because that's what we're supposedly getting. And I'm very excited. 12 episodes, by the way. Very exciting. Now, this next one, I don't have a date other than summer, because that was on the little promo trailer that Disney put out, and it's Alien Earth. And look, here's another situation where I'm hoping for the best. I love the Alien franchise so much. I mean, obviously, I love it. I love Alien. And Noah Hawley said something that I thought was really, really smart. He said, what I tried to do is I tried to, write a story that was compelling and then add aliens into it. So it's exactly what they did with Andor, and I think we could get something really good here. I mean, fingers crossed. I have no idea. We haven't seen any footage yet, but I'm really, really excited to see what this is going to be. And here's another one where I have a vague date, and that is for Peacemaker Season 2. I don't know what we're going to get here. Is it going to be just as fun and goofy as the first season, or is it going to be a little more serious now that the DCU will have officially been kicked off with the release of Superman? I don't know. All I know is I'm intrigued, and I think James Gunn is kind of awesome. And so I kind of want to see what we're going to get with this one. Now, the rest of these, I have no idea. They could come at any time. But first is Stranger Things Season 5. Look, I'm one of those people that I like the series, but I also feel like it's been losing me, I'm excited to see how they tie everything up, because this is the final season. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know when it's coming out, but I'll check it out. Now, this next one had I also don't know the date for this, but there's been a lot of controversy surrounding Neil Gaiman. Of course, I'm a huge fan of The Sandman. So season 2, we're supposed to get sometime this year, and apparently they threw out the scripts that were being written, and they're going with something else. I don't know exactly what's going on with The Sandman. All I know is that it's supposed to come out sometime this year. I'm scared, but I'm also like, I love The Sandman. I mean, look, Neil Gaiman aside, the story is great. I love the character. I love the world, and I want to see more. But I guess we'll see what happens with this one. And the final one on the list today is a Game of Thrones spinoff, and it is called Night of the Seven Kingdoms. We don't know a whole lot about it other than it's coming out sometime this year. So if you enjoy the Game of Thrones stuff, I love House of the Dragon. In fact, I think House of the Dragon is better than Game of Thrones. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with this one. I'm intrigued. Let's see where it goes. So look, that was a lot. 2025 should be a lot of fun, but we'll see. I guess we'll see how it goes. But look, there's still a ton of stuff that is coming out that we don't know about. Maybe it's something that I haven't talked about that you're interested in. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Or if there's something in here that's like, I am not watching that movie, I don't care what you say, we can talk about that too. But also, one quick thing. Hey, if you like what I do here, please consider hitting that like button. It really does help with the algorithm. I mean, I know a lot of YouTubers say that stuff, but it really does help. And, comments help too. But look, hey, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm glad you spent some time with me here today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. And I can't wait to see what he has to do. Now talk about... This is a Joseph Kosinski movie, and he directed, of course, Top Gun Maverick. He did, he did other things. I'm terrible at this. Osgood Perkins is who is he? Who is he? What is he? Where does he come from? RoboCop, anybody? No? Now talk about a series that's had its ups and downs. But this is a movie that I'm really interested because I'm an idiot.